Elitari, Chainsaw Man has come to an end!
Well, I mean, not yet, right? But it's getting there.
We got one chapter left and then it's done forever.
I'm hearing this for the first time. No, but it is a crazy thing, isn't it? What a wild
Let me take
reveal.
you through the order of events here, Elitari. Now, Elitari's sick,
Yeah.
everybody cry for him, whatever. We don't have to address that at the offset. What we do have to address is 1:30 a.m. yesterday, Elitari. Now, of course,
All right.
Chainsaw Man chapters come out for me 1 a.m. Of course, I didn't remember. So I'm sitting there, I think I was in bed doing something else, Elitari, and I got a thingy from Heath in our Discord server, and it says, Chainsaw Man will end at chapter 236 or whatever. Is that what it is?
231 or 32 or something.
232, and I say, I have no fucking idea what chapter we're on. Is it 5 ones to go? And then I'm like, what? When does the next one come out? And then I realized, oh, the next one just came out. Duh. So I didn't know that. But I didn't get spoiled on anything in the chapter. But also, I was like, oh my god, we've only got one left? That's super duper crazy, Elitari. So that was, when did you find out? At the end of the chapter? Did you read it properly?
You know how I found out? I went to sleep, because usually I read them before I go to sleep, but I had to sleep early yesterday. Then I woke up, I got a message from Kyle, and he reminded me. He said, you should read Chainsaw Man. And I was like, oh, true, I need to read Chainsaw Man. So then I read Chainsaw Man, and I was like, man, that happened. And then I saw there was also a notification in Kyle's Discord, and then I saw the same message that you saw that told you that Chainsaw Man is ending next chapter. And I sat there, and I was like, wow.
Because there's discourse about this. Apparently, I have no idea if any of this is true, Elitari, and that's
I can confirm stuff, yeah.
This is going to be very good for our discussion this evening, because I love making shit up. Now, I'm like that one guy from that Metal Gear game, from that meme, Now, so apparently originally it said final chapter next week or something, but then it changed to just to be continued, Elitari. Is this true?
So, it depends on what you mean. Firstly, I can only confirm one thing, which is that a few hours ago, I went to the Japanese official publication website to see what it said in Japanese, and it did say final chapter, and then it gave the date for the final chapter, which is in 2 weeks. So on the Japanese official thing by whatever Jump Plus or whatever it was, it is definitely confirmed to be ending in 2 weeks. I don't know what else has happened beyond that. I have no idea.
Now, there's also obviously some ambiguity on whether or not we would get another part. Now, apparently, Elitari, now I started reading Chainsaw Man literally the week after part 1 ended, I'm pretty sure. So, I'm pretty sure they didn't know that part 2 was happening until they saw it on the final page of part 1. So, we're holding out hope, right? Or are we not?
I mean, I would be surprised if there was no part 3. That would be very shocking.
Oh, Elitari, did you see my Discord message where I say, I think it's finishing?
Oh, I actually did see that. Well, we can talk about it. We haven't actually talked about the chapter at all.
Elitari, this is Chainsaw Man chapter 231. Goodbye, Pachita. Yep. Goodbye, Pachita. And it's a fucking bird. Yeah. And they're under a fucking tree, Elitari.
It's my god, it's just like Attack on Titan. Oh my god, true. It's exactly what I thought as well.
Don't worry. No, I thought that now, but I had a different talking point comparing it to Attack on Titan that we'll get to later. Well, we'll probably get to it right at the beginning. But you were saying something, and then I started screaming over you. But I remember noting in my head at the time that was something worth saying, Elitari. So what was that?
I don't remember. I don't think I was saying anything.
God damn it, Elitari. You're so fucking stupid. Now, wait, you gotta do
I think we should give our overall thoughts on this.
Hey!
Because, we can go in depth.
You're skipping a step. It's by Tatsumi Fujimoto and abandoned Sabrina for the last time.
It is true. It is very sad. Oh, wait, that's what I said. I said it was a crazy title. It is the impression you get. Or at least that's what I got when I read it. I was like, what? Goodbye, Pochita? That's crazy.
Pochita
feels very final.
Oh, we'll talk about it all. Now, are we going to talk about it all right now, Elitari? This is a big deal, Elitari. Yeah, we've been doing this for 17 years, and this is the second last one.
Out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting it to
end so quickly. What will our Wednesdays look like?
I don't know.
It is true. Masashi Kishimoto gave us 5 weeks warning about Naruto, Elitari, and this fucking guy can't give us 2 weeks? Well, I guess he gave us 2 weeks.
That's the Fujimoto way.
That
Yeah.
is, it must be. That's not
There must
cool.
be a double page spread next time. He's charging up.
When
My
did
God.
true? He's 2 weeks, so it's gonna be 90 pages, just like chapter one. It's gonna be epic. Now it's gonna
Yeah.
wrap up all the loose ends, Leadery. Don't worry,
Yeah.
we'll get to the tweets complaining about that later. Am I fucking recording the Leadery? I'm getting the heebie-jeebies. I am. Don't worry. But then I was like, can the people see my screen right now? And then I remembered, no, they're not supposed to see the screen right now. I'm on top of things.
True.
Now, what was I just saying about something? Masashi Kishimoto gave us 5 weeks. Oh, how long do we know for Attack on Titan? Was it 5 chapters? 3 maybe?
I feel like we knew for quite a while. I don't know. I feel like there was a point at which it was like, this is the final stretch. And it was like
I
many
feel like
chapters
there
before
was
it came out.
tweets about it, but it wasn't from like Isayama for a little while beforehand or something. So we were prepared.
Sure.
Also, that had a more traditional climax, Leary. Things were coming to a head. Last chapter, we were getting ready for this next big battle.
Well, the difference here in Chainsaw Man is that we had no confirmation whatsoever that this was like the final arc or like anything like that. We had no idea. It could go on for so long. And like Attack on Titan, we knew that the rumbling was like the final like bit.
I was only 3 months off.
True.
That was, you probably said like 2028 or something, so another victory for me, I think. Now,
true.
Alita, what did you think about this chapter? Wait, no, you're going to say something positive. It'll make me not say something positive, so let me go first, Aliri. This was a terrific chapter. This is what we call a monumental chapter, Alita, where, guess what, Alita? It felt like those final chapters of Attack on Titan, where characters were given thematic revelations, and you're like, that isn't exactly what I thought, but it's adjacent, and I can see how they got there, and now I got to rethink a lot of things. And it felt very final and proper, and I don't know, it felt like we were back in those days, and it felt good.
Interesting. I wouldn't have expected you to say that, but I like that.
Well, I wouldn't have said that if I let you go first and you said, this was a great chapter. I would have said, you're an idiot, Alita.
Oh,
so,
well, let me just read out my part of my first note, okay? I said, people are not going to like this. I said, this is a once-in-a-lifetime amazing chapter. that was my first thing. Firstly, I have to say, I'm a massive Chainsaw Man fan, okay? The Chainsaw Man manga is my favorite manga. I think I've said this consistently. It's like not even close. I love Chainsaw Man. I've loved it from the beginning. I have loved part 2 somehow continuously throughout the entire thing, despite everyone in the world apparently turning on it. And this ending, I guess it hasn't ended yet, but this second last chapter is an amazing like testament to everything I love about Chainsaw Man. And I think primarily like at the base of this is just how, to me, anything can happen in Chainsaw Man, and the fact that we can just have our plot just be gone, like, oh, you know what, the bugs won off screen, then she got eaten, and now Potter's gonna go, and that can happen. I'm like, yeah, I completely believe it, and I completely buy it, and I feel the emotions, and Chainsaw Man has been like this consistently its entire run throughout all of Chainsaw Man Part 1 and Part 2, and for it to end so rapidly like this, I love it.
I'm opening a notepad, Aliri. There's too much to say, and I keep forgetting things. So first of all, Aliri, I want to comment that I have seen a lot of tweets that are very negative, but they're not really negative about the chapter at all or anything that happened. It's just negative at the fact that it's ending right now and Denji hasn't like developed or the Blood Devil didn't come back yet or whatever. So I'm actually interested when we go to Reddit if people are actually shitting on this chapter, because even last time, we introduced the great tweets last time. Our great final performance here apparently was introducing tweets to these great reviews. The great tweet era was not meant to be. Fujimoto had to shut us down immediately. Now, what the fuck was I saying, Alita?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm not sure if people actually hate the contents of the chapter, or because that would be even more infuriating. But we'll see, obviously, when we
my guess
delve deep in the
I feel like, you know, I've been inside the discourse of 3 manga endings, okay? Not many, and I've only been entrenched in one of them, which is Attack on Titan, obviously. But I've also been there for Jujutsu Kaisen a little bit, and I've been there for My Hero Academia, okay? 3 famous,
I've got a tweet comparing all these things coming up. It's going to be terrific.
Yeah. But I think the thing to say is that, to me, undoubtedly, this is an Attack on Titan ending. The big controversy for Attack on Titan was very similar to what happened here, which is, oh my god, we're at the climax of the rumbling, 138. Oh my god, the Titans they're stopping, but is Eren gone? No, he's back. And oh my god, what's happening? Like, is there a big final twist that Eren's a master plan? Next chapter open with Eren and Armin as kids, and we're doing a completely different thing now. This is very similar to what's happening here, where it's like, we're done with whatever the hell was happening before. Who knows? Maybe next chapter we'll see part of it, but I'm guessing probably not. And people are it's going to be very controversial, is my guess. But yeah, I love it personally, though.
commenting on the second thing is obviously the greatest thing of all time is the fact that we set up the same joke Denji's done a million times of like, you're not going to get in the way of my testosterone pussies, and he goes to rev his engine, but we just cut away and this time he lost. For no reason. The bugs just destroyed everybody. It's hilarious. They were all killing the Fumikos or whatever. You think it's like a setup for a fight, and you even think it's just a setup to fuck these guys up, and we're getting another fight. And we just cut. We don't see it. It's just the one punch, complete cut to black. It's a Fire Punch-esque moment. It's terrific, and suddenly we're in the aftermath. Another thing I will say is it definitely... Now, Alita, get ready to roll your eyes. It does feel like a Part 1-esque twist. And I feel that way for a few reasons. If we actually separate Part 1 and Part 2, Part 2 is a lot slower. Well, not slower. It's
definitely not slower.
It's like slower with its ideas or something. In Part 1, it felt like idea. Whereas Chainsaw Man Part 2, a lot of the best parts have just been like slower, like character beats or something, which is, I feel like, a lot different. But maybe it's just because I like the characters better in Part 2. You know, fucking Shidiaki was shitting up half the time in this fucking shit-ass Part 1. Oh, another hot take I want to throw out to derail my whole point is like, I don't even like the ending of Chainsaw Man Part 1. I think that whole final arc is like a letdown because Makima sucks now. And so I definitely like the ending of this part more. So that's going to be funny. Now, of course, we haven't seen it all yet, O'Leary, so everybody calm down.
It is true.
My original point was... Oh, it feels more Part 1-esque where the bug cut is like a great idea. It's even like a repeated Fujimoto idea, but it's like this feels terrific. Then the Pachita stuff feels terrific. Then there's also, which we haven't even talked about yet, is like the Pachita saying, just kill yourself, fuck it. It's not a positive message or anything. And it's like, that's a great Fujimotoism. And then I feel like there's more that I'm forgetting. And it just felt like in this one chapter, there was like 4, like 10 out of 10 Chainsaw Man moments. I think...
There's the return to normal at the end as well. Like, where it's just back at the beginning. Like, that's just how it is.
I was walking up the escalator, Alita, at this shopping mall I went to dinner at tonight, and I had a thought. I was like, I think it was actually because I read a tweet like this, but I was like, the tweet was like, what if we wake up and Denji just imagined all of Chainsaw Man in that hut? And for whatever reason, I fell in love with this idea, Alita. I was like, that's like, everybody has this theory for every story ever, and it's always stupid and not true. And I'm like... This would be great. If this is all just Denji's imagination, and they have to point out, how did you know about the other stuff you weren't there for? And he has to say, Lamau, I made it up or something. And that would be great. This is not going to happen, but this would be spectacular.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I wish. I agree. Not going to happen.
And this other dot point I wrote down, I'm going to save for later, Leary, so you know. But I think I made a point or something in there.
Yes.
Now, you had like dot points or something, and that was just your first one.
What could I say? I feel like there's just so much.
Should we go through the chapter, or should you say them now?
Well, we can talk about, you know, at the end, they go back to normal. And you know what? This is definitely, not what I was expecting at all, but it is certainly a form of time travel. The world is going to be, like, reset in a certain way. It is funny that we're ending with, like, a kind of wind back of time, which is something I've been waiting for this whole time.
It depends.
It's not at all related to Yoshida or anything, so I would not take any
wait, I didn't even realize you was like the time travel thing was like the meme time travel thing.
No, yeah.
Even though you just said that. I mean, maybe. I feel like we're going to be in this thing. I don't know. There's just like, obviously, there's literally a trillion places it could go. And it's like hard to even pretend to care about which one, like to predict the right one. Because there's like, Denji's like,
well, I have a question
now.
Wait,
or go
before
ahead.
We continue. Because I was trying to think, like, there's an issue when it comes to endings of stories, which is building up of expectations and then being disappointment.
Called pussy ass fans. That's what the problem
I think
is.
that is probably the biggest reason someone doesn't like an ending is because they had too much of expectations for it. It's why the weekly experience is so annoying, I think, and why a lot of people don't like manga endings. Now, I was trying to think, like, when I was writing my notes, I'm like, what, like, just to tempt my expectations, what is the most boring final chapter? Like, what could happen next chapter for it to be boring? And I came to the conclusion that really nothing could really happen. like the interesting thing has already happened, and no matter what happens next chapter, unless we just undo it straight away, and it's like, oh, we're just back to the fight with the bugs or something. Besides that, I don't think anything could really disappoint me, and it's gonna be amazing if he does disappoint me, I guess, in the next chapter.
It is funny that the
Yeah.
Shinji ending is absolutely the most god-awful boring ending we could have. Where Denji's alone in this fucking cabin and he realizes he actually just wants to go back to how, like, where we were like 2 chapters ago because life's
Yeah.
worth living through the struggles or whatever. That's the only thing, but even then, they'll probably pull it off in a funny way and I'd giggle or something. But that's like the only,
Yeah.
and it's funny because a lot of the tweets are like slightly Evangelion related, complaining that like Denji didn't have this moment of triumph or something thematically. But I anything but that is what I want.
I would be okay with that, but we'll see. I'm not sure.
Denji better not be fucking happy at the end of this manga, or I'm gonna punch someone.
All right.
I was drinking a liter. You had to say something in that moment.
I thought you were doing a dramatic pause, but no.
No.
I don't have anything to say.
Now, true. Shall we go through that chapter, liter?
All right, let's go. Why not?
Because I remember certain things, but I don't remember all the things. You know how this goes.
All right.
So, liter, 2 black panels, underside of bird beak, big bird overhead. These birds, liter.
Yeah, they're a big deal in Shadesman.
A deal or something. I'm sure we'll figure it out next time. Cloud, liter. Clouds.
Yep.
Puchita on Denji's chest. What the frickin' hell?
Yep.
And then Puchita, he's all cute. Remember Puchita? He's a cute guy. And Denji
Now
says...
the question, Kyle. You know where this is, right?
This is like the from part 1 or something? I mean, chapter 1.
This is where they met. This is his dad's
no shit.
grave. Yeah.
Literally,
Oh
I
my
read
goodness.
chapter 1 a million times. Don't worry. Chapter 1, I had a... Oh, literally. Don't... We'll get to it. Everybody calm the frickin' hell down. Puchita, how? Denji says. And then Puchita's just being cute. And he says, Denji, looks like we got eaten by a devil. That's not cool, literally.
It's crazy. Well, also, I love this so much. Because you know what this does? This like reframes that chapter with the Locust Devil to be like, this is the oncoming storm. This is the power that is
true.
Coming. This great man is gonna kill Chainsaw Man.
It finally has meaning.
Yep.
This is terrific.
I know. I'm just so happy because it's what I was thinking when I was reading. I'm like, this is a strong devil here. Like, he basically beat Chainsaw Man, and I'm very just happy to see that they
it was bugs, O'Leary. We got to go back and think about all the bugs. That cockroach devil was the first one Denji fought. That was like it goes full circle.
Yep.
And then we saw cockroaches last time. Remember?
That's right. Yep.
Cockroach devils. Any other insect-related devils we can think of that
The spider devil.
Horn. That's not an insect, Leary. Insects have 3 legs. You fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But centipedes are definitely insects, Leary. They're creepy and crawly.
Yeah.
Now, spiders are like a layer above, and then snakes are one above them, and then I don't know, like a crocodile. That's a scary fucking animal, Leary. You don't want to fight a crocodile.
Yeah.
Now, you think if there was a crocodile devil, he'd show up with a Crocodile Dundee hat and say cunt?
Yep.
That would be very funny, Fujimoto. Please, can you make fun of Australians for us? And show us in Sydney. Show us how Elite got sick, Fujimoto. I know you know it. Now, what was I saying? Denji looks like... Oh, Elite Puchita eats the devils. He can't get eaten. That's crazy.
It is crazy.
What happens when Puchita gets eaten? Well, he eats himself, apparently, but we're not up to that. For real? That's bad. What's going to happen to us? Good question, Denji. That's what we're all thinking. Puchita jumps off and licks himself like he's just some ordinary dog leader. He doesn't remember that he's the god of all time or whatever the fuck. He says, our dream life together is over. Say it ain't so, Elitery. But maybe that's a good thing. Huh? No way. That ain't good. It can't be good, Elitery. Denji loves Puchita.
That's right.
Puchita's so, like, calm and it being over.
He's always happy.
That is true, Elitery. You should be more like Puchita and always be happy, unlike this fucking sad sap Denji over here. I was so
there
close.
There was one time we saw him cry.
That's true. I do remember him. Well, he actually gets killed and cries all the time at the end of every chapters in the volume releases, Elitery.
Oh, wow. Never noticed.
It's true. Sometimes he'll be addressed as a bat. Sometimes he'll be, if Aki got sliced up in that chapter, he'll be all sliced up. It's not cool.
Wow.
It's pretty awesome. Now, I was so close to getting to have sex and kisses. I could have had unlimited kisses. That's pretty cool, Erie. I want unlimited kisses.
Yeah.
But this is another kind of big thing, right? This is like, we were all excited for this 2 chapters ago. It's even the great sex is out of my mind, Elitery, for Denji. I was so enthralled by this chapter. I didn't even care. But also, Denji's just never. See, Fire Punch just got our hopes up. Denji's never going to get a sex scene in Shonen Jump Plus.
No, I think he could, but I don't think he will.
Yeah.
Well,
Alita, he's so
I guess he
deluded he
could.
thinks part 3 is happening, so he's still got hope. But that's stupid.
Yeah.
It's good that you didn't get to do that, Denji. What? No, it ain't. Are you serious, Denji says? When you found a precious family, when you got to go to school, when you got to go to a school you wanted to attend, and when you connected with Asa, some part of you was always still unhappy, right? Didn't some guy say this in his YouTube video, Alita?
Yes, indeed.
Now, you're thinking you're on track, Alita, but there are some things that they throw in here real soon that, that wasn't exactly where I was going with my thematic analysis, but we'll get to it. It's interesting. Again, this is what Attack on Titan did towards the end, and you're like, well, now even I got to figure it out. It's almost better when you don't got it all figured out, Alita. It's more fun that way. But also,
True.
I feel like there's some tweets about this later on, but this line about when you found a precious family, I was like, oh yeah, Nayata. And all the tweets are about how he was thinking about Aki and power or whatever, and I just thought that was funny that I didn't even think about that fucking part 1 shit, Alita. Fuck Aki.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yep.
Denji has a realization, Alita. This is how you know what Pachita just said is true. Unfortunately, you must have noticed too. You are far happier starving and suffering, fighting devils, and eating spoiled bread in that rundown shack. Whoa.
Yep.
Wait, we should finish this. Oh my god, Alita, Big Pachita is talking! This is actually a big payoff. I was like,
Yeah.
he's gonna have this. Is he gonna have the same voice or a different voice?
Same, I would assume. Well,
no,
what do
I
you
kind of
think?
like it if it switches.
Well, I
But
think
he has the same
difference is that,
tone.
well, he has the same like speech. Like usually when he's talking, it wouldn't be so clear like this, right?
Yes.
So I would assume, but it is bolded, so it's probably like louder or something, or maybe a different like reverb or something. It's probably the similar voice, I would guess.
But yeah, I don't know enough about speeching, but it has to sound the same but be a different voice, Alita, because it's the same guy.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
not a different guy. This here is Pochita. That's my Pochita. He was cute. He was licking himself just now. Turns out you had the crappiest but best kind of brain. One that can only find heaven when you're in hell. Whoa, heaven and hell, those are opposites, Alita. I think there's a little bit more.
Well,
go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, no, wait, do you have like a thing you want to say? Because I have a thing about this.
He hugged him, Alita!
Okay, true. He did. It's very cute.
But that's like...
I think, like, the thing I took away from this is that I think Pochita's talking about how Denji is like him. Like, Pochita probably lives like this too. And he's probably happy that Denji kind of has the same life that he has, where he finds he's the hero of hell. He enjoys like living in hell. Like it is what he has enjoyed. And he like sees that Denji is kind of like that too. I feel like that's what was taken here. That's why he's hugging him, why he's appearing like his true form. He doesn't have to look like a cute animal anymore. He sees that Denji can see his true self and can like see himself in him. I don't know. I like it. I think it's very cute.
Well, I didn't think about that at all. Now, I think Pachita's like a wise man here. He's realized it. I think Pachita is like above emotions or something. He doesn't, but it's like, well, first of all, there's the like, Denji's just like, I don't know if depressed is the right word, but he's just a depressed young man. And this kind of feels like a doomed, now obviously this isn't the last chapter, so again, we could have some boring ass, lame ass, Shinji moment next fucking time, where it's like Denji's gonna not be so depressed. But I think it would be fundamentally awesome, Alita, if it's like Denji is just like the show Bible or whatever has written in it, Denji is depressed and will not be happy for a sustained period. Like, this is great. This is just like me for real, Alita.
Yep.
Oh, I opened the door to let the air in, and all you got is yep.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus Christ. But true, this was crazy. I can't remember if there's more. No, there is a little bit more later, I think, that's got the thematic stuff. Now, true, I feel like I had something else to say, Larry, so I'm reading this again in my head right now. But I'm not. I'm, while I'm speaking, I can't read.
You had the crappiest but best kind of brain.
What does that mean? It's best because it's practical, but it's crappy because when you're not being practical, you're just sad all the time.
Well, I mean, my interpretation is he's saying that he, on an objective level, understands it's a bad thing. It's the crappiest type of brain. But he has that brain himself, so he's saying it's the best kind. It's like me, Denji. That's what I have.
No. I think he's like saying Like it's like Pachita complimenting Denji because he likes Denji. Like it's crappy, but you're the best, Denji.
Yeah, I could see that
But
too.
it like
Yeah,
falls flat.
yeah.
Like it intentionally like it doesn't cheer Denji up at all.
Maybe I'm not. Yeah, it could be.
But hold on, let me keep reading so I can remember all the great stuff that happens. So we get Huggin, Denji's close-up face, and then Pachita stabs himself in his chest a little and takes his little heart out, and he says, Denji, I'm gonna eat myself now. That's freaking crazy, Leary. He can't do that, can he? What the hell, Pachita, says Denji. Good point, Denji. He says, I don't know what'll happen afterward either. In a world in which Chainsaw Man doesn't exist, a world in which I never existed will be created. Oh, whoa. You can't do that. I don't want to lose you. Poor Denji. In a world without me, maybe you could keep dreaming. Since meeting you, I've seen all the dreams I wanted to see.
Wow.
But he didn't get to have sex. That's not cool.
Yeah, but like, he doesn't need sex. He's got his moldy bread in his little apartment.
Yeah, that just wasn't what Pachita was interested in or something. But what else was I going to say in a world with how you could keep dreaming? Oh, the point here is that, like, dreaming is the important thing. Well, this is the thing that ties back to chapter 1 that I remembered, is that Genji, when he's getting taken in that car to, like, the job by his evil boss that's already a zombie, or maybe will be a zombie in about 2 minutes, he says, oh, the least they could have done is let me keep dreaming.
Yeah. Wait, I do remember that. I vaguely remember that though.
I read that panel a million
the
times.
Context of that.
Well, he's like he was going to dream. He was like telling Pachita all the things he wanted to do, and then then they knocked on the door and he said, "Frickin' hell!" And this is also right after he coughed up blood.
Oh, I understand. Yeah.
Wait, Denji's gonna
okay.
be coughing up blood again if Pachita doesn't exist to save him.
Oh my god, are we finally gonna learn about his mother, who was also coughing up blood?
True.
Is she gonna be alive? My god.
Who's the mother? Asamitika.
Maybe.
Sexy. Now. Oh, there was something else in there. Well, I guess the reframing is, because whenever you figure out the thematic message, it's always interesting if you go back to chapter 1, it's like represented a little bit. And I always thought this about Chainsaw Man. But what context did I think about it in originally, where it's like, oh, well, Denji... Oh, the point, when he's fighting the zombies, Denji has this realization about, like, man, these guys just wanted more too. And it's like, that's why they ended up with the zombie devil. That's really stupid or something. But then it's like, he understands that he's like that too. So it's like, it immediately draws a, like, they're the same. But then he just has the monologue, but if you get in the way of our dreams, we're going to freaking kill you. So it's like Denji's selfishness is established even in chapter 1. Because he just says, ew, we might be the same, and I understand these guys, but fuck it, I gotta live. Fuck these losers. So, and then obviously I drew that over the whole thingy or whatever, because he's got to jerk off when Night is dead. But but now we're talking about dreaming. So dreaming is the important thing. So it's not about actually getting better. It's about the hope of getting better. And that's like sad and stuff. But that probably fits Alinari. What do you reckon?
I mean, it is just the idea of the journey is better than the destination. It is the idea of sex is better than sex itself, or whatever. It's just a bunch of this. Yeah, it's basically what it is. I think. I guess we'll see in the next chapter. But
more specific, it's like, also, is this implying that in this current world right now, Denji can't keep dreaming? Like, isn't Denji still dreaming last chapter?
Well, I think the idea is that he has been able to dream, but every time he's accomplished his dream, he just hasn't really... Nothing good has come of it.
So is it better to never achieve a dream to find out that achieving isn't good? That's funny. I like that.
I think that's what this is saying, yeah.
Maybe. Okay.
Like, it's better to continue living in suffering and dream all the same than it is to exit that suffering
to be the richest man and be sad about it. True.
Yeah.
This is also funny because this directly goes against, like, most of the sort of I guess a Western or more liberal view of Denji about how, like, he's, like, mistreated or something. Like, they think, like, oh, these terrible things happen to Denji at the start. But if the thematic message of the series is that, no, actually he was at his best then, I think is very funny on that front, too. Though of course
Well,
there's the
yeah.
relevance here of like the thematic message here. The joke might be that the thematic message being portrayed is the evil thing, but it's being portrayed in sort of a positive-esque manner, and that's a very Chainsaw Man thing to do, of course. Um, Also, I don't
Yeah.
think Fujimoto thinks any of his thematic messagings are like imbued with moral righteousness, like that piece of shit
Yeah,
Yukimura
true.
or something. Um, but yeah, it's
I
interesting.
think because I actually went back and I reread from chapter 205 to the current chapter. Um, there was an interesting thing I found
Lying,
in
by the
chapter
way, he didn't do that.
219. No, I did, and I made a video. Now the 219, I have a quote here, which I think is probably going to tie into the last chapter, but I guess we'll see. Depends on how much time we have in that chapter. But this is from Denji talking about his dreams. He said to Asa, "Our dream is to lead a normal life. I'm supposed to choose between Yoru's world or Lil D's, but we wouldn't be able to lead a normal life in either one. That's what Pochta was trying to tell me. He's saying, let's make our own world. I'll invite you to our world too, Asa. We're fellow parent killers after all." I could imagine a world where Denji wakes up in this new world at the end of this chapter. He still might have some memories of the previous life, right? Because it's not that everything has been erased, it's just that Pochta never existed. He might seek out Asa, and then he might actually create a life with her, and they could live together in
If
this
him and
hut with
Asa
her like,
live in the shitty shack and he never thought a girl
yeah,
would live in the shitty shack, okay.
exactly.
Um,
Um,
I mean, a big part of this is that Asa isn't in this chapter at all, and I think now this obviously
yes.
feeds into our in joke, where I think it would be hilarious if we never saw Asa again. Um,
You know what? I kind of agree. Actually, it is like, I don't know. It is kind of cool. If we never see her again,
we're
because
breaking the frickin'
I
rules here, Lidari.
it is the coolest thing ever, yeah. Because obviously, I would agree that, I mean, I would say that Asa is my. I would have thought until this chapter, Asa is the protagonist of part two.
Oh, he
Clearly,
just conceded. I just caved.
clearly, she is
No,
not. If we're
the
we'll see what happens next chapter. But it is
the
very funny because this is very clear. Denji is the main character, kind of
Well,
chapter.
yeah, until this shitty next chapter comes out. I'm not gonna count my fucking
Yeah,
chickens until they roost, Lidari. I never get anything I want in life. I'm just like
yeah.
Denji for real. Uh, but hold on. Everything we've just said just proves that next chapter is 100% the last chapter of Chainsaw Man ever. If they're in that fucking cabin living together
No.
in love, because that's all the shit that happened in the first chapter. And you know what a last chapter has to do? It has to be just like the first chapter, but paying off all those things. And so it's finished.
Nope. Because you know what happened at the end of part one? You think it's finished, and then you get one page of Denji. He's a high schooler now. He's walking to the thing with a chain
There
on
could be
his.
something
He's wearing a high school
hilariously
uniform.
like. So he wanted to play video games, so they steal a video game console and a TV, so they're playing video games, and the final chapter is he's going to be a professional gamer at the end or something.
Yeah.
Now that would be fucking
Yeah.
epic.
Yep.
I also had other thoughts, like, obviously none of this makes any sense. Like, they're dead, kinda, and Pachita's going to eat himself to make them undead, and it's going to send Denji. Alita, he wants to say back in time. I don't know. I think Denji's going to be as old as he is right now in that little cabin. Now, it would
I
be funny
agree.
if he was even older. But that's not the point. Oh, sorry, on this train of thought of, like, this could obviously be anything. Like, there's no fucking rules here about what's going to happen. Is, like, I always like the idea about the Chainsaw Man is the most powerful devil because Chainsaw Man's a retarded concept, and because the series is named Chainsaw Man, so it's hilarious. And I thought, like, what if all devils just stop existing because Pachita eats himself or something? Now, that would be funny.
Sure.
There's also I guess the final page fucked this up, and because I definitely thought this while I was reading it, was that, like, we kind of do, this is something we've been talking about, like, the devils just all exist, all humans are dead, and then, like, Denji and Asa have to live in a devil world for part 3 or whatever, just like that clucking chickens fucking short or whatever. I guess that could still maybe be possible.
Yeah.
I was bringing that up for a reason,
No,
to iterate on
yeah.
that, this, but I think I've forgotten this, and this.
So okay, let's finish reading the chapter because then I have a bunch of stuff we can.
Oh,
talk
Leader,
about
he's always hurrying me along. Oh my god, he's Vegeta's giving a peace sign to Leader as he fucking dies. That's
I
what
know
Denji
it's
does.
so good.
I didn't even
My
think that's what
goodness.
Denji does until this moment. Keep on
Yep.
dreaming, Denji.
Yeah.
That's funny. It's like he's like dooming him to terribleness, Leader. It's funny. The
Yep.
Pochita, he says as he is freaking crying. And then he gets plumped, and then they're like, it's dark and stuff, and there's a thump, and they're waving at each other, and they're freaking dead. And then we get the last page, which is the silly cabin in the woods literary. You seen that movie?
Yeah, I have not.
I will say, because obviously on mine, Illyria, it's one page after the other, so it's what I'm assuming is hold on, Illyria, I don't know my lefts and rights, the right page, and it's just like a big, half the page is just this big tree on the end, right?
Yeah.
You see this? And
Yeah.
this, I was like, ooh, Attack on Titan right now. We got a super high detailed up close
My
tree.
God.
I freaking love Attack on Titan right now. But then I
God.
realized it was a double page spread, and then I tabbed
That's
over
right.
and went to viz.com, whatever the fuck, and then I saw
Yep.
the great whatever the freaking hell. But it's crazy, leader. It's fucking raining.
Well, I went back, and in the first chapter, it is also raining.
No, it's moody, leader. It's moody.
But interestingly, there is a cut tree in front of him, like, because Denji would cut trees with
With the great Pachita.
Like,
True.
there is a way we end this, and it's like he is still Chainsaw Man, but it just has an actual chainsaw. Like, it's not.
True. The whole
anymore.
village calls him
Like-
Chainsaw Man because he's the man with the
Yeah.
chainsaw that cuts. Alita, we're writing this whole fucking last chapter. Us is in the shack. And her parents are
Yep.
freaking dead. She's poor. She doesn't go to
Yep.
school anymore. She ran away because she hates herself. Denji says, "You want to come in and eat some fucking whatever stale bread?" And she's gonna say, "Why would I ever do that?" And then the next scene is cutting to them eating the bread, sitting around the table. Then he's gonna go, "Why do the locals?" Oh, Larry, chapter opens. Us are walking in the rain in this village. You say, "Oh my god, it's the great Asa Mitaka." Wait, Yori's got to be in this somehow, Leadery.
But who knows? There's so many things. The Nazis have to be in this because they won't be erased anymore. Like,
is that
who
how it
knows what has
works?
to
If
be in
Vegeta eats himself,
I
all the
assume
things
so.
come back? Is that how Nayat is coming back?
He made it. He made it very clear. He said, "A world in which I never existed." So it's like if Butcher never existed, he never would have been able to erase any of these concepts. So
It's a Nazi village, Leadery. My goodness, Us is a Nazi.
Yeah.
It's gonna be epic.
Maybe.
True. Oh,
like it is. There is a lot of things. Like the fact that they're still in the Soviet era, like Cold War, because obviously the devil still exists. Like all of that. Like it might just be our world now, because there's like no weird like if Pochta does like erase all the devils by not existing, it could just be like a normal.
Well, it's
world.
not our world because there was the other ways to die that are not in our world that are now back, Leadery.
Oh, that is a good point, actually. Yeah, good point.
And that disease that wasn't real. And
Arnold syndrome. Yeah.
Something.
Wait, I have a list. Not really a list. I have a few. Okay. The Nazis, World War II, the other ways to die besides death.
Also Yoshida and Barum. Wait, no, he didn't eat Yoshida.
Yeah, true. Maybe he did. Well, yeah, Yoshida's dead though. So would he have died if Pochta never existed? I don't know. Maybe. There's also the potential that the Horsemen might still remember Chainsaw Man, because they've had moments where, like, obviously Makima still remembers things like World War II and Nazis and stuff like that. She's able to recite them.
And Yoru vaguely remembered her
remember...
last battle with Chainsaw Man or whatever.
Yeah, and she's able to remember like nuclear weapons and all that, even though he ate it. So it's like there are people out there who could still remember Chainsaw Man.
But isn't it like the things that Ears did still exist, even though Ears didn't exist,
yeah, exactly.
right? So
yeah,
I don't know if this is necessarily how this is going to work, Leroy.
I think the most my guess would be, well, I have no guess. I don't know. I was gonna say my guess would be that the world is going to exist as it was at the start of part 1, but the part 2 characters are going to be there too. But I assume it's going to be a similar thing. Like we might get like an off-screen like Aki reference. Like he'll be alive because the Gun Devil never came, because the Chainsman never fought with the Gun Devil, and that like the War Devil wasn't involved in that. It was like a whole thing. Like I could imagine like little things like that where it's like Denji was only a detriment to these people's lives. Like there was nothing good that ever came from Chainsaw Man existing. We're gonna get like basically it could be a thing where now that Denji's Chainsaw Man specifically is gone, there could be like peace on Earth. Like all the characters we lost.
Well, there's no Chainsaw Man church to fight a war now.
Yeah, true. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
This is a lot for one chapter.
Like Makima's big like goal was like she was a big Chainsaw Man fan. Like, what is her motivation if not like if Chainsaw Man never existed? Like, what happens there?
True, she's the supreme empress of the fully functional, terrifically going world.
Yeah.
But also, it's just gonna have Asa in it, no other characters.
Actually, yeah. I mean, if you have to focus on one character, it'll obviously be Asa. I don't know. I feel like there probably has to be some reference to like Aki and Power, but maybe not. I guess we'll see.
No, because they're still dead because we're not undoing things, Elitery, okay?
I feel like we've done the ultimate undo thing here, though. And I think the
Hmm.
point will be that, like, it would be better if Denji never got involved. But,
Hmm.
yeah.
I don't know. Also, what the fuck is this? Elitery uploaded a video 48 minutes ago. The remaining questions in Chainsaw Man Part 2.
I did, yeah.
Nobody told me about this.
That's right.
So, like, you saved all your good talking points for this fucking video?
There were no good talking points. I just got annoyed by people saying things, and I had to make a video.
So do we have to watch this video right now?
No, you're not going to get anything from it. It's like 15 minutes as well.
Well, I want to
kinda
know
boring.
which questions aren't answered.
Well, when we get to the Reddit, we can hover over it, I guess.
Well, we're going there now. Now, Leadery, I kind of got to pee. So are you going to be able to help?
All right, don't worry. I can fill in with my remaining notes. But you're
Oh
gonna
my
miss them
goodness.
all, okay?
But well, then I don't get to hear them.
That is true. Okay, I'll just talk about Chainsaw Man in general.
Yes, you're going to
All right,
say
guys.
top 5 characters now that the series is over.
All right, top 5 characters. We've got in number 5, Kishibe. In number 4, I don't know, Himeno. In number 3, we got Denji. In number 2, we got. Actually, who would be? I probably should have done it in a better order because I don't know who. Obviously, number 1 is Asa, but who would be number 2? That's the real question. I don't know. Probably Denji. Actually, maybe number 3 would be like Power. I don't know, something like that. All right, guys. The real question is like, what are the best arcs in Chainsaw Man? So I think now it's hard to say because we have one more chapter and it could ruin everything. It is very possible, but this final arc has been really, really good. I have enjoyed the spectacle of unpredictable fights that anything can happen, and a lot of crazy stuff has happened. Is this the best arc in like part 2? Maybe. I remember the fight. What can I say? I'm a big fan of fights, but
Aki
the fight
sucks.
between the fight between Chainsaw Man and the War Devil. That first fight where it involved like the Gun Devil coming back and the Statue of Liberty having the gun inside it, and all of that stuff was super
That
cool.
was boring.
And like the concept that when ears got erased and mouths got erased, it was like a whole chapter without like dialogue, and all of that was like really, really cool too.
How come we can't yap like this when I'm drinking?
True.
Elitery, did you see my great sharing of screen? Wait, let's make sure the audio is working here.
Yeah, wait, what are you showing the people? Oh, yeah, okay.
I'll show the people what I want to show the people, including this great Elitery video that he made today. What's he talking about here?
Thomas, in the 7th month of 1999.
1999. Oh, Elitery, look at all these great tweets I got up. Great tweets.
Jesus Christ. All right, wait a minute. Let me go through my notes first, okay?
Oh, my
Holy.
goodness. Go
I don't
ahead.
have that many. These are just like some predictions. We might have already talked about them. Final chapter. Fake Chainsaw Man returns one last time to give Denji advice.
Give it up.
Would that be a thing?
Elitery.
I also am giving it up probably, but that was one of my things where I'm like, could still be a thing that is unaddressed, but we'll see. Then I have my next prediction. I said Denji will 100% visit Asa at school, and she'll probably still have a family, which is probably not a good thing because she didn't like her family.
No. She's depressed, and she's gonna find the cabin.
That's also possible, but I feel like Asa and Denji will interact somehow next chapter, so that's my most likely thing. The other possibility of like we're gonna like have a nice chapter, and then right in the last panel, he spits out Barum, and then Barum is back or something, and it's like, oh
Barum was a good guy.
Indeed, yes. And then my final thing, I said, oh my god, what if we end with Denji and he's like, Kimochi warui, and it's like, oh my goodness, he's
fucking crying.
What an ending! Oh my god.
No, Asa can say it. Post coitus.
Yep.
Am I voting very good?
I mean, we got to balance out all the negative votes, I'm sure.
No, the people on Reddit love it. Oh, look, they do.
This is what a distribution. What is this? I feel like we've never seen this before.
Oh, there is a lot down here. This is good.
Why is it so like the actual colored in bit is so small? Like so
I never
small.
know what these colored in and the non-colored in.
Oh, you know what that means? I assume that must mean the colored in ones are the ones who are there every week, and then the rest is like all the random people who have shown up because it's like the second last.
But it says votes from core contributors, and it's pointing to this bit.
But it only says 857 out of 4.4K.
And that is not that many, Elitery. Great, great observation here.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, you're back on the double week break. He has a heart disease he inherited from his mother that was slowly killing him back when they met, so he's basically doomed to die soon. One hell of an ending.
Rip.
This guy is trying to set the tone here, Elitery, but he got downvoted by me.
Oh, he's a mod.
What are we on, new? Cinema crying. Fucking hell, mate. We don't have time for new.
Yep.
But I want to read some more, okay? I'll never forgive you. She's ruined Denji's life. Fuck you.
Oh my god. What did she do?
What did Yoru do? But power. Kill yourself.
Of all the things that people are annoyed that is not coming back, the Blood Devil thing is easily the thing that is like, this doesn't need to be a part 2 thing.
Wait, no, it's better than the Reese thing.
Yeah, actually, you're right. It is better than the Reese.
Wait, what else are they complaining about?
The Kishibe, Reese, Blood Devil, the Pochta not having his origin tale. There's like a whole bunch of annoying stuff.
Don't worry, I've got tweets on them. Hey, what the
yeah.
I didn't click new. I tried to click Reddit just doesn't listen to me. No, the little Reddit man. What the fuck? Whole house crying. What the fuck you mean final chapter? Fuck you mean final chapter? Did I miss a fucking page? More like a fucking volume, it said, Elitary.
Yep.
Fucking whiplash. I had to go back to the previous chapter to see if I miss everything. I do that every week, Elitary.
Well done.
But not anymore! Oh my goodness. So it's just everybody complaining. Nah, there has to be a part 3. You don't fuck with me. Part 1's second to last chapter said that this was a final chapter 2. This guy was there, Elitary. There's no way there isn't a part 3.
Why would people think there's not going to be a part 3? Why do you think there's not going to be a part 3?
Because it's finishing and it's going to be perfect.
Why on earth would it be finishing?
Because they're back in the hut from chapter 1.
What? Why would that matter? Why can't you continue from
full circle, Elitary. Full circle.
Yeah, well, you have to finish on a full circle. You can keep going after a full circle.
I
don't know. I don't think there's anything to hint that it's the final.
But part 3 would suck. Everything we talked about is so cool.
How do you know it suck? Maybe it'll be like a 50-year time skip. Like, it could be anything. We could go back in time and do something.
The only part 3 I'm accepting is Denji's dead and Asa, who is not Chainsaw Man, is now Chainsaw Man. That's funny.
Yeah, true.
But that doesn't look like it's on the table anymore.
Yeah. Anything's possible.
Also, think about all these people that would be very upset. Get your head in the game, Elitary. Have some fucking priorities. Also, he could do something different. Like Fire Punch 2. And that would be even better. I can't wait the final chapter of Man. True, because he's not... Wait! How can Denji be the Chainsaw Man with a real chainsaw as if Pochita ate himself?
What?
Remember my great idea, how he's the man with the chainsaw and they all call him Chainsaw Man? But he can't be that if chainsaws have disappeared. But haven't we had confusion about whether
chainsaws disappear?
Because Pochita's the Chainsaw Devil, but he's the Chainsaw Man Devil?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. I don't think Chainsaw's going to disappear.
Huh? Final chapter in 2 weeks? What the hell is this? All right. Reddit, you've been disqualified.
Wait, the real question, which we haven't talked about, is what's the final chapter going to be called?
Goodbye, Pochita is a good one. Next one is Finale, the end. Or,
the end of No More Parts. Is the final part or something. The end of part 2 and all of Chainsaw Man. That'd be kind of crazy.
What's the third part of End of Ava called?
3.0.
No, not that. You dumb motherfucker. It's like
This is not the ending with bracket not. Oh my god, who knows?
There's a tweet that does that joke, Elitary. We'll get to it. The Chainsaw Man fandom might be one of the dumbest around. Oh my god, my constantly subversive deep. Oh, this is me. So we should stop laughing at this guy. This guy's intelligent, and I don't even have to read the rest of it.
You know what I have to say? This is a person who has clearly not been around the Jujutsu Kaisen fandom. Okay. Like,
no, Chainsaw Man's way worse, Elitary. Wait until you see these tweets.
That is not true.
Chainsaw Man's downfall needs to be studied. Part 2 is fucking dog shit. Ha 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 ha. This isn't even a funny one. At least it's not as bad as Tokyo Ghoul Re, Elitary. That's our next series.
Yep.
Let Fujimoto rest. Maybe he can heal and cook some as the great Ishida did. Does he need a heal, Elitary? Is he injured?
Maybe.
I think at least 2 of the tweets are like that. Like, he needs rest, and that's why it's bad, and he'll come back with something better next time. This is the sign to give up this childish hobby, I think. I got so invested.
Oh my god. Jesus.
For it to be so shit, I couldn't deal with the art inconsistency, the unfinished plot points, and the lack of meaningful dialogue. Man, I would have killed myself if he said character development. But the trend of the sudden last chapters with no possible way of tying it all together is just pathetic.
So sad.
Just think,
We're going downvoted to hell for being correct. True.
What is going to happen with One Piece one day, Elitery? You know what's way worse about One Piece is it's all built on the last thing being surprising. So it's got the all-timer, like, build-up. Oh my goodness, Elitery, what is the One Piece? You better add that at the end of your next video, because you haven't speculated on that. You know, I think you did actually one time. Never mind.
I know what it is.
No, you don't. That's hilarious.
I can tell you. I know exactly what it is.
Oh my god, One Piece ends the same way.
Oh, wow.
Honestly, I'm probably going to be alone on this one, but it really just feels like this is another chapter of Denji reflecting or whatever, and I think that would be fine. True. Truly has been garbage since part 1, part 2 started. So much shit unanswered. Oh my goodness, Elitery. This is not as... I just want to get to my great tweets, Elitery. I spent so long getting them together.
They're not going to be great.
No, they're the greatest. Do you think we'll get a part 3? I've seen some people blaming the editor, Elitery. You love that. You love the editor blaming.
Yeah, it's the damn
I think I forgot something. His editor. If you forgot, then it wasn't important. Yeah, you're right. And then we got Reese, Power, and Asamitika.
Yep.
He did forget about Duskblood's coming to Nintendo Switch. You love Souls games.
Is that a Souls game? I don't know.
Yes. Oh my god, you're not even caught up on the great lore. Nothing beats more than a goodbye hug.
Oh.
Shut up.
Oh.
Is this going to be a world without devils? That's what I said.
True.
It's been a while since I've read everything. However, I do believe the point that Angel Devil said something along the lines, the last thing every devil hears before it is... Oh, true. So none of them died in hell, so they can't... But why wouldn't the Darkness Devil just start fucking up some devils? He killed the Stone Devil one time. Who could forget? So, you know, they could be still sending devils to Earth. This is giving me Twin Peaks vibes. Specifically, Season 3, Part 12, being specific for the main reason of what... Spoilers for Twin Peaks. It's me and Elitery's next series.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Then Part 3 is about angels and heaven. True.
Oh, sick.
And it's Evangelion, Elitery. The angels get killed in heaven and come down to Earth and start killing people.
That's crazy.
Release party. No. I'm gonna eat myself now. Hilarious. You know. Oh my goodness. That's that guy.
Oh my god, JJK.
I'll never fucking hate these two. True. These guys love the chapter. True.
Yeah, what subreddit is this? I'll change something.
Confused Saw Man. True. He doesn't know how they got eaten by a devil. What do you mean final chapter is next? Excuse me? What the F, man? Because he's got no chainsaws, Elitery. I get it.
That's
Keep on dreaming, Denji. Holy shit, he just killed himself. True.
He did, and he was happy about it.
We're done with the Reddit, Elitery. We got I show speed. Woo! So first we got to note is the likes. And the second thing we got to note is I get to unbookmark these after I've read them here.
Wonderful.
Fujimoto ending Chainsaw Man without no power pot line. Asayoro plot unfinished. Denji never found a permanent family. Prophecy unfinished. No Death Devil. No Part 3. No Kishibe or Reese the entirety of Part 2.
Oh,
I'm doing something here, Battery. Kill yourself. Worst unfinished ending in history?
Okay, I'm gonna call out one of these. Can you tell which one it is? Which is like the dumbest thing I've heard in my life.
No Death Devil.
No! The Prophecy unfinished.
True, that happened like 20 chapters
ago. What do you mean? Yeah, the prophecy is the world will end. The world ended. Like, what do you want? Like,
oh my god, the bugs were Nostradamus the whole time?
Yes,
that's crazy.
Exactly.
Well, no, it wasn't, Elitery, because we stopped Nostradamus. Well, I guess it could have come back.
We didn't. The bugs destroyed the world.
No, that was different to Nostradamus.
No, the Nostradamus prophecy is the Great King of Terror will descend, and the Locust Devil literally descended, and the world was destroyed.
No, we went to hell and... Oh, no, then he did come back. But no, Elitery, just because the world ended doesn't mean it was the world ending that you said. If the world ended in 2012, it wouldn't have been because of the Mayans, Elitery. It would have been because of just what Oppenheimer said.
Yeah, true.
It's upsetting. True. Shut the fuck up, bitch-ass motherfucker. We still have a chance.
Wait, was it a meme? Wait, what did it say?
Well, no, he said, I'm not crying right now and just rage tweeting. Not rage bait. You thought it was rage bait. But then it seems like he didn't finish the chapter until then, and then he realized that it was to be continued. Oh, no, he's talking about how they changed it, Elitery, to be continued. So they still have a chance. Because Fujimoto has seen...
Why would they change it?
Fujimoto has obviously seen... He knew in his heart that it was a bad ending, because obviously everybody knows what's bad and what's good. And now he's seen that the people are mad about it, so he's decided to keep the manga going a little bit longer.
True.
Now, if I've learned anything about these cuck little mangakas, Elitery, one of them's going to do it one of these days. They're going to be so scared. I'm so sorry you didn't like it. Hajime Isayama fucking soying out. Yukimura soying out. They're all just fucking a bunch of losers, Elitery. But I don't think the great Fujimoto is like that, so we're safe.
I mean, Yukimura has the best perspective, whereas, like, if they don't get my story, I'll make another story with the same point.
No, that's even worse. That's even worse. Tell them to kill themselves if they don't get it. Kill themselves. Oh my god, 40k, Elitery. I'm sorry, Fujimoto. I'm sorry for believing you. I'm sorry for trusting you. I'm sorry for thinking I knew you. I'm sorry for thinking you cared. I'm sorry for ever loving you. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness. I feel bad for this person.
We are at this. Kill Fujimoto?
Oh my god.
Oh, it's the cycle. We don't want to advocate for somebody's death here, Elitery. Actually, I think I do that all the time. But not Fujimoto. No, I like him. They didn't let Fujimoto add a sex scene just because he decided to end the story.
Yes.
That's pretty
funny.
I retweeted
like this, I think.
No, you didn't. You retweeted one of these, I think. But that's true. Fujimoto has an unchecked ego, and it has made both of his serializations suffer immensely to the point that both have the exact same flaw that made them lose their steam in the third act. True, Chainsaw Man Part 1 sucked at the end. But no, he's talking about Fire Punch, which is true. Oh, I remember why I did this one, because you like the ending of Fire Punch, and that's funny.
It's a great ending, yeah.
Yeah, it's the worst part of the story, but we
what was
don't
the flaw?
worry. In Fire Punch, Togata died. Spoiler.
Okay, interesting.
You didn't like Togata. We fought about it 3 years ago or something.
Yep.
Chainsaw Man Part 2 is the kind of thing that people will eventually recognize as being very good. Like Full Metal Alchemist 03, which sucks. I watched like 7 episodes. Or Madoka Rebellion. That's why I added this tweet. That's funny. True, we did all hate that movie. All I heard about was how that movie was bad and you should watch it.
It's a great movie.
That's all people said in 2014 when I got into anime. They said that Madoka Magica, you know, it's so subversive. You know, it deconstructs the magical girl genre. Just don't watch that movie. It's just fan service and it doesn't make any sense. True.
No, this is a genius tweet. This is true.
I wish Fujimoto well in his efforts to defeat the concept of battle shonen. True, we hate shonen tards.
Yep.
Diebuster!
Wow.
A burp earlier, you can't read. Realizing that a lot of Chainsaw Man is Fujimoto trying and failing to make Eva. True. Evangelion's the best.
Okay.
Remember when in Fire Punch they did the end of Eva scene?
I don't remember, no.
They did after the world tree like fell over. But we already said if we do Eva next chapter, I'm going to kill somebody. And it's going to be you, Elitery. I'm sorry. He wrote Goodbye Eerie. I continue to mumble to myself. Oh, this is important because this guy's like a big YouTuber with like 200k subs, I think.
He's got... Oh, no way. Please don't do this.
Yeah, but he makes gaming videos, so don't worry.
Oh, okay. That's all right then.
Well, I would just want to see if I'm right about how many subs he has. He made like a Berserk, well, obviously he's got guts here, but he made a Berserk gaming video I watched one time. Oh, and he made a video about that other thing, that other Berserk. I forget what it's called. 250. Oh, he's got Berserk up here. Look, Guts is over here. That's Casca. That's Griffith. That's what's the little kid's name? Ricket. We got Pippin, Judo, and Caucus. Are you impressed?
Wow, good job.
That 2003 anime that Shaves made a video about that was just like Berserk. He made one about the game.
You know what? We like this guy because Goodbye Eerie is the best thing that Fujimoto's ever made.
Never have I heard such a retarded opinion, but you know.
Wait, he said, wait, open that up again. It was an attached tweet, and I think he was saying part 2 was actually good or something.
No, he's backtracking because he got a little heat because all of these people, no actual YouTuber. I saw Mother's Basement subtweeting about this today and just saying that shonen fans were dumb but not naming part 2. I'm sick of these fucking subtweeters, Leary. These big YouTubers piss scared to give an opinion. Just like totally not Mark. Real take, part 2 has been okay, but I haven't loved it as much as any of his previous works. I think that it's okay that we knew that he was likely different and satisfying even right before the entertainment came. Fuck this dumb listening manga too. I like the one-shot and how he's all one-shots are bad. Anyway, don't have good things because you might lose them someday. Crying emoji. Just stay in a continual state of rock bottom because at least you can't fall any lower. Crying emoji. Wow, such amazing philosophy. This is a Miller the Killer tweet.
This is absolutely a Miller tweet.
We need a good message and stories, Elitery. What are we doing?
You know the best thing about part 2 ending? Miller the Killer's going to catch up now. He's going to read it all. He's going to give his opinions. It's going to be great. We should do a discussion with him.
Do you think these are my talking points here, Elitery? I recognize these panels. No, this is when he was like... No, actually they could be. But anyway, I don't want to investigate.
Is your video blown up yet?
Huh? Oh, I haven't even checked it at all today, Elitery. But obviously it hasn't. And also we're going flat, so we don't have time to check. We can't let the JJJ people said they had a better ending than us. Yes, true.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
There's a war between fandoms, Leadery, and we know which side you're on.
Yep.
Show it with an eye patch next chapter.
You know, am I the world's biggest part 2 defender? Probably not, but I'm
I'm
probably
right
in the
here,
top
and I got more
2%.
subs,
Okay.
pussy.
True.
No, you should say you wavered and you needed to reread it to like part 2, Leary. How about you stick to your guns?
I have held true to my part 3 love.
Well, what does a Leadery ever dislike? Now, you were happier with no food, no family, no debt, and with heart disease. What the fuck kind of message is that? We just saw this tweet, Leadery.
Yeah,
what am I repeating?
Telling
myself?
our children this is a bad, evil manga. My God.
It is an assumption, Leary, that it must have a good ending. If Chainsaw Man ends next chapter and there's no part 3, we are truly looking at one of the worst endings ever.
You know, it's just not true.
There's a possibility. Go ahead, Leary.
I can imagine there's a group of people that I could imagine having a reasonable dislike for next chapter, and that is the people who are like Asa Mitaka fans, I guess, and are like want to see a.
No, it's all going to be about shitty Asa. I'm not going to get what I want, Leadery, so these people are going to be fine.
Yeah,
but also,
I mean, beyond that, like
Denji was willing to rape her, Leadery, so you know we're still going to be upset about that.
I don't like oh God, it always just comes back to Attack on Titan. Like, I can understand Attack on Titan's controversial ending, because it is like you have so much build up in terms of Eren being a mystery for so long, and you having to like fill in the mystery of like what is in his head and what is he thinking and is there a secret plan, and then for it to all kind of come to a close and turns out he doesn't really have a secret plan and blah 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 whatever. Like all of Attack on Titan's ending, I get it. You know, I get why it's controversial. In this, it is like
it's controversial because he cried over Mikasa.
That's definitely not true.
Mm-hmm,
the Asa thing, to me, her not being in next chapter, if that happens, I can understand that. If she is in next chapter, these people have, in my opinion, unless I'm forgetting something really obvious, they have no leg to stand on. I don't know what you'd think is like, oh, I wish we did this.
No
like,
Reese, no Blood Devil, no Kishibe, no Prophecy, no...
Why do you need these people? Like, I don't understand. They would never hint
I want to see them.
They were never like... Yeah, I mean, yeah, why didn't we get, like, I don't know, Kurbeni, I guess Kurbeni and Himeno's sister again? Like, there's so many random characters we didn't see. Like, why do you care about Kishibe? Like, I don't understand. They weren't even hinted at, like, even a little bit.
Now, Leadery, there's a possibility that this person was born in 2005.
Okay.
No, you're supposed to freak out about that.
I don't hate this person. This was a fine tweet, okay?
I hate everybody.
As they want.
So Fujimoto is trying to tell us that dreaming itself makes one happier than actually achieving that dream. So we as readers will return to the shack with Denji and the story will end and we'll just have to continue dreaming that we will get a part 3. That wasn't so funny by the end.
That's exactly what he's saying.
Not even a good tweet. Now, there's some funny ones in here to mix it up, but I haven't seen any of them yet, so I hope they're not the last 2, because that would ruin the flow of things. Mass fight bookings in Japan for March to kill Fujimoto with our bear. Oh, this is a killing one, Leadery.
This is terrible.
Voice actor.
And a JJK subtweet. Okay, lovely.
I will kill Tatsumi Fujimoto myself. Is that guy a killer? He's cooking. Kill him. Character. So is this an in thingy where we joke about killing Fujimoto? Because I want people to actually be mad enough to want to kill him on Twitter. That would be fun.
No, we don't want that.
It makes us look better. Oh my god, it's a lot of crying emojis again. And I feel like we've seen this name before. This also comments that Denji never had any sneaky plans of thoughts of having sex with Yoru. True. He was actually going to want to have sex with Yoru later. It's terrible.
That's terrible, yeah.
He was dead ass going to fuck Yoru in Asa's body. Remember when Asa said she consented, Leary?
Yeah, Asa consents.
If that Asa does Vegeta not intervene, who was about to rape Asa. This has got 7K likes. Are you serious?
Because people thought it was funny.
No, it's not funny. It's serious, Leadery.
Yeah.
It's bad on purpose. We need somebody brave enough to write an ending that's good on purpose. This is kind of a character.
Who said it's bad on purpose?
Well, that's what we're saying, Leadery. You got to understand this. What we're saying is like Asa not being in it would be hilarious. So it's bad on purpose and therefore
That's not what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying it's awesome. I'm saying it's hilarious. It's awesome.
But this person lacks the fundamental intelligence to understand the subversive nature of Chainsaw Man.
True.
Chainsaw Man being bad on purpose in the end would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious, yeah.
What if the next chapter is just wordless panels of Denji going about his normal day proceedings? Now, that would be great.
That would be fine.
There's at least 2 tweets in here that are supposed to be funny diversions, Leader, and neither one of them showed up. Oh.
Yeah. Remember
when we called Asa the most realistic example of a teenage girl and suggested that Fujimoto actually had the soul of a teenage girl because of how he wrote her? I wonder what their reaction is to her being sidelined for most of the part.
She's just not. There's like Asa is a major character from beginning to end.
We
of
haven't
this
seen her in
story.
50
well, maybe
chapters.
not right in the end. We saw her last chapter.
I don't believe so.
Actually, maybe we didn't. I don't
Oh
know.
my god, I got another
No,
one.
okay,
This
we
is...
got the implied consent last chapter.
No, we got the verbal consent last chapter, Leadery. Oh, this is that tweet from before, Leadery. Well, no, because the Evangelion message is that you can't avoid pain, but trying to, you'll never get to achieve the true happiness you desire. Meanwhile, Chainsaw Man's message is about the more you strive for treat thrills, the more harm because of people around you.
Was that Ava's message? I don't even remember.
Is that Chainsaw Man's message?
I mean, it's not over yet. How can we know?
Sure.
God.
I knew the message from day one. Oh, this is one of the funny ones, Leadery. Film Buff isn't doing Ava.
It is true. He literally updated. Originally, it said today.
This is what Fujimoto did. He changed the bottom
March
thing.
11th. I go back 2 hours later, and the date's gone. I'm like, okay, I guess he got rid of it right now.
Just like Fujimoto did. He decided he needs a few more weeks and a few more chapters. That's upsetting.
My goodness. Yep.
When will he get to the great rebuilds, Leary? I bet he'll hate them.
This year. No, never. I don't
Leary,
think I'm gonna do them.
I'm about to destroy your Twitter stats by unbookmarking your post.
Wow.
Oh, one day Fujimoto will realize an empty chapter and just tell his fans to imagine it, and they'll be like, I see it. True, that's what we would be like, Leary.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
These Chainsaw Man fans are being coping, Leary. They're saying that it's intentionally unclimactic. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Lamau, the streets are calling it the most pointless manga of all time. Are the streets saying that?
They are, yeah. 6,000 likes.
On my life, I was dead asleep and woke up feeling good and opened Twitter and get blasted with this heavenly news. Ramaman blessings. I think
that's
this is
ironically Miller. That's like what he said, wasn't it? He's like, I'm so glad this is happening. It's over.
I can't remember what he said, but true. I feel like this is like somebody that doesn't read Chainsaw Man, but is like in a rival manga community.
No, they have a Chainsaw Man profile picture.
That's not Chainsaw Man.
That's Himeno.
Nah, that's a different guy.
Wow.
It's wild that this chapter isn't bad, but when the defense you've been relying on for the last 4 months is something to rely a variation of your brain is melting from the regular shonen and you're so impatient, and then your manga reveal in last line that this is leg of the series and your entire time, you gotta hold that, Leary, so you better hold that L.
I'm holding
Chapter is also bad, sadly. That's upsetting. The only issue I have is that Pachita seems to think that Denji has always had more autonomy when he's actually True, Denji got raped every day.
It is sad.
Wasn't cool. Oh, my second funny one, Alidari.
What?
Kinosis
Wait, I don't
here.
want spoilers here.
The One Piece live action show's tendency to foreshadow events by simply inserting a character that's in 10 arcs later is a revolting adaptation choice I've ever seen.
All right, wonderful.
That's true, they do that.
Dangerously close to
oh, yeah, and I'm supposed to warn you, Alidari. So if you watch One Piece live action season 2 before you watch the whole anime, then you'll get spoiled and things, so you can never do it, right? Only the anime from now on.
I'm glad to hear it.
Oh my god. Well, that was all the good tweets. If Chainsaw Man seriously ends and Asa gets no closure or anything, this might be the worst fumble of a female character since Casca in Berserk!
What's wrong with Casca?
She became a potato for the rest of the manga, Leader, and he didn't do anything.
But then she came back.
Yeah, and then he fucking died. What an idiot. Waited 30 years. Oh, do I want to read this, Leary? Fujimoto fringed so many plot lines so hard that I genuinely think part 3 has to be the only explanation. This is what Leary keeps saying. And I'm someone who explicitly has been saying I don't think Fujimoto ever wants to do a part 3.
You know what? I don't get it. You got to like tell me here, Kyle. What are there's the Blood Devil? What else is there? There's got to be something
everything
else
Miller would complain about. The Chainsaw Man, everything that's in your video, probably.
And the only thing I could think of in my video was like the Blood Devil. And I was like, what else could people...
The Death Devil didn't do anything. We don't know was on whose side.
I don't know. That's not a plotline. Like, the plotline was resolved.
Well, that's what they mean by plotline.
No, when they say the plotline was fridged, they mean that it got put away and never came back. Like, I don't think
we just killed him off real quick because we didn't want to deal with it. This is like a Naruto complaint. Anyway.
It's silly.
What? Well, no shit,
I feel like there's stuff I'm just forgetting. No, I feel like there is stuff, but people are just bad at
needs to
explaining.
Stop doing this charitability shit where he's like, oh, I must be the one. They're all retarded,
I think I am wrong. I am wrong, I'm telling you. They're going to convince me next time.
I could be wrong is how this fucking idiot starts every stream
You know what?
He says,
I'm waiting for
chatter that's telling me the exact opposite and something that's obviously untrue. I could be wrong, but I don't think Denji got raped. And then
Right,
Elitery
who
will
is
be
the
like,
champion video essayist? Like, who's the famous manga video essayist that's gonna make the one definitive Chainsaw Part 2 video that's gonna convince me? Is
the
it
fell
totally
off
not Mark?
one?
There's gotta be one of them, right? Who's like a really famous
We'll
one?
find them for your next stream, Elitery. Don't worry, I'm sure there's many of them. And I'm pretty sure we've watched a bunch of them, and you
True.
click off after 2 minutes because they say something retarded. So I don't know what the fuck
That's
you're
probably
hoping
true.
for. I'm kind of buying the theory that part 2 is supposed to be Denji's low point. He's made too many mistakes. I still think Denji wanting to have sex with Yoru was a betrayal to the promise he made to Asa.
Wow.
That's why Pachita took a final drastic measure to end it. Pachita said no rape, Elitery. He said no to rape.
It's the funniest thing to think that like Pochita cares about that at all. But okay.
Pochita is up on Western progressive feminist consent discussions, Elitery, and he will say it's not funny to have sex with that lady when there's another lady inside there.
That's
oh
right.
my goodness, it's a battery warning, Elitery. We went so long and
no.
we got to end. And we've only got one more chapter, so be sad.
You know, I think it'll be the next one will be sad. Not right now, okay? We still got a whole 2 weeks left.
No, because this is the last time we'll ever look forward to another chapter.
That's right.
You know, it would be... First of all, how have we only been going for an hour and 10? Second of all, it would be hilarious if part 3 started the next week.
Or if it was just all a misunderstanding and like next time isn't the final one. And
no, that's boring. That's unintentional. It would be hilarious if we just continued. We didn't even stop.
That would be good though. Yeah, I would like that. I feel like it's impossible because of the practicalities of like.
No, I want it to end. It's going to be fun when it's over. We can do something else. Not really, like reading another manga, but I can do something else on my Wednesdays.
We can do a read-through with Jockey Bacon. The Chainsaw Part 2 read-through.
Yeah, I'll leave that to you, Elitery. I don't want to hear Jockey Bacon say, I just didn't really care about any of the characters for the 17th fucking time.
Yeah, true.
This guy.
No, he'll understand it. He'll love Asa Mitsuka.
No, he does. Jockey Bacon doesn't like ladies. He likes Vinland Saga.
Wow.
True. Jockey Bacon is gay. Clip that and send it to him, Elitery. That's the biggest insult you can befell a young man. Anyway, we've got to end this, Elitery. You know, I'm very sad. We'll see everybody back in 2 weeks for the final ever thingy. In the breaks, we got to make compilation videos of all of our greatest moments over these discussion series. We got to find out the exact number of discussion series we've got to say. We got to get the exact date of our first chapter.
The next video, we got to open it with a montage of just something.
True, we got to open it with the opening of our first ever Chainsaw Man discussion.
Oh boy. Yeah.
It'll be like, leave the memories alone.
You know what we gotta do though? We gotta... True, yeah. We gotta go to the first Chainsaw Man Part 2 discussion and then say our original thoughts for it, which are probably very different from what we're saying now, I think.
I love Asamitika. That was Elitery, and I said, I already read this part.
I think I was much more hesitant at the beginning. I think I was like, yeah, it's very different. I think
I did listen to parts of that first Part 2 discussion after I reread it like months ago, so... But I don't really remember, so... Anyway, Elitery, we don't want to go flat here, though that would be funny. We've only got 4% battery, so we've got to send the people home properly and with grace. And you got to remind them that we'll be back soon, and we just did an Evangelion discussion, and before the next chapter comes out, we'll be doing a Revolutionary Girl Utena on Elitery's channel, and we're just so excited for that crazy discussion. And, you know, we'll see. Okay, we'll see you all in 2 weeks, Elitery.
For the final one.
Support links in the description below.
Did you die? Oh, thanks.